joined in 1952.
Yeah.
I'm Patricia Archer. I joined the RAF and trained as a photographer. I tried to join at 17 and a half. My father said I wasn't streetwise enough, so I didn't go. But after time, as the war progressed, my father wanted to join the RAF, but he was turned down 3 times as a reserved occupation. So when I was about 19, I went and joined up for him. But I'd also a cousin I admired very much who was already in the RAF. So it seemed the right thing to do at the time. I was one of 3 children. I was the eldest. I went to Woodhouse School for a short while. But when my next sister started school, my dad didn't want us at separate schools. So I went to Hill House. And I stayed there all my school life. Tried to pass exams, but always failed them. Passed the mock ones, but failed the real ones, which I've always done. Apart from that, it was a quiet, happy life. Wilmslow, just outside Manchester. That passed all right. It was hard, but good. With about 40 other girls, all strangers. But we found friends, and actually I went with a friend. A girl I worked with, a pair of us went. Pledged to stay together all our service life, but didn't work out that way. She went into the band at Uxbridge, and I went to Wilmslow. After I came out of there, I went to Wellesbourne Mountford. Did my trade training there, and then got posted to RAF Campton, which I stayed there the rest of my service life, which I enjoyed. Photography in that day wasn't digital, so everything was hand done, and I enjoyed it. A lot of variety, fitting cameras in all sorts of aircraft, flying as much as I wanted to do, just had to ask. We hadn't been there very long, and it was a rather large, it was at Wilmslow really. We only had 3 bathrooms for 80 girls. So to save time, Scylla had a bath and I sat and waited till she finished, and then I had one and we both came out. Meaning we could both have a bath at the same time and then go out. Somebody reported us for, I don't know what she called it, but it wasn't done. So we took a reprimand for that and never did it again. Square bashing. It was hard work because I'm only 5 foot tall and some of the girls were nearly 6. You had to get used to that measured length of a step. So the tall ones had to shorten and we had to stride out a little bit more. And because I was small, I was always stuck in the middle, which was natural. There was a certain amount of schoolwork to do, learning rank, which I never did get the hang of. But I don't think I found it hard work. No. I think the worst thing was getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Every morning. Rough serge, it was, well, there were 2 really. There were your dress uniform and your working uniform. And most of the time working with to wear trousers, because I was working with men. your skirt had to be pressed properly. Tunic for best and a battle dress blouse for working. It had to be kept clean and pressed. Half the underwear we never wore. The lisle stockings we had to wear. Didn't like flat shoes, but they were a regulation, which they aren't anymore, have they? No, so... No, I enjoyed it. It was big, very big, and we had to walk everywhere, and I quite to walk to work. There was 4 hangars, and we worked in the middle one with the armoury underneath. It was a 2-storey building. Armoury and photography went together because we fitted the cameras in the aircraft, and the armoury used to come on then and do his electrical work from the camera to the pilot, so he could remote, work the camera. Worked in all sorts, can't remember the names. There were flying cameras at the time. I've flown in one of them more than once. Oh, the Canberra, the jet. It was fast. And a lot of times we flew in formation as well, which, when you're doing that, the wingtips and the tail planes appeared to be very close. But no, I enjoy flying. I've never flown since. Well, we used to get the camera fitted. It went on its job. It came back with a roll of film in a canister. It was sensitive film. It had to be processed in the dark. 3 stages. When we got to the last one, we could put a red light on and finish it off. What I liked most was photocopying. You call it photocopying today, but then it was done by electric lights in a box. And you used to have to make a black negative paper and then reprocess it then to a positive and do documents, other photographic work they did, map making. I didn't take pictures of them. No. The dambusters came, I can't remember when, but we didn't see a lot of them, but because we were in the photographic section, they did stills there, so we saw a lot of their photographers and occasionally the people that were in the film. I met most of them. Late 54. So I wasn't in very long, but it's a sign of the times. I got married and there was no married quarters as such in my time. And the man I married came from Portsmouth, Gosport. So of course when I came out, I had to come out. And we went to live down there. So that put a stop to it. Mm-hmm. I don't think I thought about it much at the time because, of course, I got married. My life was just going to change a lot. It's only later when you think about all the people you were with. And the diverse reaction you got from different people and the comrades you had. And it is right to say that the military do become another family, which makes leaving a family again. You did keep up with one or two girls to start with, but they faded away over time. Oh, definitely. Definitely. I would certainly have made it my full 5 years. Yes, I think so, because I was a quiet child and lived a quiet existence. It gave me a lot of confidence, both to travel alone and talk to strange people. You know, well, it does. You gain confidence. I was lucky, I was small. I never had to carry the camera, which was this size, in a very solid block. So the armourer always went with me when I had to fit one. So he carried it. But it's hard to think about all the little small things that make it all a whole. It's a good idea. You can travel through the ranks if you want to, but that's up to you. But you've got to fight for it as well. But there are a lot of good prospects. But sometimes be careful on your choices. I think it's a good idea. It brings confidence and discipline into life. And if that's all it does, in the 2 years they have national service, fine. I think young ones need a bit of discipline and straightforwardness in their life.